Guys, what's going on? I hope you guys are well. So guys, I wanted to talk about a fight that fell through because of the pandemic that was going to happen, that we were all looking forward to. I think it was April 23rd, and that was Inoue Casimero. Inoue is obviously a star of the lower weight classes, and Casimero is a guy that, he would be an underdog going into a fight with Inoue, but I think he's really grown on people, and a lot of people think now that Inoue has a great chance. Casimero has a great chance of beating Inoue. I think it's a brilliant fight, and I think it's a fight that we need. We need ASAP. Really, I think if Inoue can get the job done against Maloney, I think that fight should be next for both guys. We're not talking about a fight that, they're not exactly huge stars in America, because I think that's where the fight was meant to take place. I think in Las Vegas, it's not like it's going to do huge pay-per-view numbers or it's going to be on the gate. It's probably going to be a free-to-air in America on ESPN, right? Because I know Inoue signed with Bob Arum and ESPN. Why not just do that fight and have it on, normal ESPN like they had with Lopez and Lomachenko? Because at the end of the day, I think it's a fight that needs to happen. I think they both need to fight, and I think it's a great fight. And I think if Inoue can come through, it does great for his profile. If Casimero gets through, maybe he's the new star. We don't know, because Casimero seems a serious fight and a serious challenge now. It's a unification fight. Both guys are quality operators. I think Inoue is probably a little better, but again, Casimero is not one to sleep on. I think it's a monster fight. I do. I think it's a fight that we need to see. And is it going to happen? I don't know. But it's definitely one that, is my opinion. It was up there with Teofimo Lopez and Lomachenko with one of the fights that I wanted to see. And it's still up there with one of the fights that I want to see. I think it's a monster fight. I think it's a great fight. Both guys are great fighters. And it's a huge event. It's a huge fight. I think it's one that we're all love to watch. So I don't know. I don't know whether they can make it. It's definitely one. It's definitely one that I'm interested in. I want to see it badly. I think stylistically it makes for a good matchup. It's a good fan-friendly fight as well. I think both Inoue and Casimero both have fan-friendly styles. They both come forward, throw a lot of punches. Both have very good chins. Inoue showed that against Denaire. And Casimero, for me, against Tete, where he was the underdog, he blew Tete away, really. He blew Zolani Tete away. Like, literally, he was hurting Tete with everything. Every punch he was landing, he was hurting Tete. Tete was falling to pieces in that fight. So I think, he makes for a great. I think it makes for a great matchup. It's one that I'm really looking forward to. And yeah, I think they need to make that fight. I think, it was one of the fights that the pandemic scrapped. I think that and Billy Joe Saunders was one of the fights that was supposed to take place if the pandemic didn't happen, or we didn't get this killer virus that is going around. We would have got that fight, and unfortunately, the pandemic has stopped that fight from happening, and that fight hasn't even been rescheduled. And now they're both fighting different. They're both fighting different guys. So hopefully, Inoue gets through Maloney, and then the fight with Casimero, for me, is a fight that I want to see. I think it's a monster fight. I think it's a fight that fans would love to watch as well. It's a fan-friendly fight, and I think they must get it on. And it's a unification fight. Also, it's a big fight for Inoue. I think Bob Arum is trying to build Inoue into a massive star, and by beating Casimero, that would take Inoue to another level, because I do think Casimero is more in his prime than Denaire was, and he's very hungry himself, and he believes he's going to beat Inoue. So I think that's a fight that needs to happen. I think it needs to happen. And I think Bob Arum will make it happen, because I think Bob Arum's now in the business where he needs the big fights to happen. Look, he made Lopez Lomachenko, and I think he'll make Inoue Casimero. So I'm looking forward to that one. I do think that if Inoue wins, I do think that'll be the next fight. That Casimero has been calling out Inoue. He's been very confident of late. He wants to beat He definitely wants to beat Inoue. So, because that will take Casimero to another level. If Casimero beats Inoue, that takes John Rowe Casimero to another level. So it makes sense. The fight makes a lot of sense for both guys. If Inoue wins, his profile increases. He definitely becomes a bigger star. It's the first meaningful fight in America. ESPN are behind him now, so you know ESPN are going to be trying to promote him into a new superstar. It's very hard for guys to come over, but he has got a fan-friendly style. Inoue has got a very fan-friendly style, so it wouldn't shock me if the Americans take to him because he has got a very good style, very fan-friendly. He's very fast, got a good chin. You know, he's just a great fighter overall. And Casimero again is kind of cut from the same cloth. I'm not sure whether he's got. I'm not sure if he's got as much talent as Inoue, but Casimero is no slouch himself. He's a very good fighter, so I think it makes for a good. I think Casimero is a lot older than Inoue, but again, I think it makes for a great matchup, and it's one that I want to see. It's one that I want to see. I'm really looking forward to it, to be honest. But yeah, I want to end this part of the video. Hopefully, they can make that fight happen. It's one I'm looking forward to. I want to talk about Ryan Garcia's comments. Ryan Garcia said he's going to be the final nail in the coffin for Luke Campbell. Ryan Garcia is a very good fighter. Ryan Garcia, fast of hands, very fast hands. We just haven't seen him against any top fighter yet. Now he's going up against a top fighter in Luke Campbell, and I don't think Luke Campbell's going to be that easy for him, if I'm honest with you. I think Luke Campbell's an Olympic gold medalist, a very good fighter. I don't think Luke Campbell's got I think Luke Campbell's very good, very technical, but I don't think he's got no spite to him. Do you know what I mean? I think he's very clever, he's very gifted and stuff, obviously winning an Olympic gold medal, one of Britain's best ever amateurs. But I just don't think he's got the power in his punches. And I don't think he's got that mean streak about him. You know, he hasn't got that killer instinct about him when he's fighting, especially at world level. He's very technical and he'll make it hard for anyone because he's very technically gifted. But I don't know whether he's got that mean streak about him that I feel like a killer instinct that a boxer needs. But again, I've said that I think Luke Campbell beats Ryan Garcia. I think he's too good. I think he's going to be too good. Now, we don't know Ryan Garcia's ceiling because we haven't really seen him in there. We don't know how good he is. We've kind of seen how good Luke Campbell is because we've seen him in there with Linares in a fight which was a split decision, and Linares is a very good fighter. And we've seen him in there with what's his name? What's the other guy's name? Lomachenko. Vasily Lomachenko. And for me, Luke Campbell was Vasily Lomachenko's toughest fight. Obviously, he lost to Salido, which was obviously his toughest. But in terms of up until that point, I think Luke Campbell won several rounds in that fight. Luke Campbell showed he's a world-class fighter. And then obviously Lomachenko in his next fight lost to Lopez. But Luke Campbell really, for me, I think he did great in that fight. I know people had it wide and said, oh, it was one-sided. I don't know what you were watching. I thought Luke Campbell won a lot of rounds in that fight. I think Luke Campbell did really well in that fight, by the way. And I think Lomachenko was hurt. I think Lomachenko was definitely hurt in that fight. I thought Luke Campbell brought it in that fight. He was really good. I don't think he got the credit really for a very good performance. But I do think Luke Campbell's a level above. I don't know. I just get that feeling that I think he's a level above Garcia, but I might be wrong. Maybe Garcia just blows him away, but I can't see it. I think Luke Campbell's very good defensively. He's got very good feet. He's tall. He's rangy. I just see a George Groves Eubank performance by Luke Campbell, where he's very technical. It might not be the most exciting fight in the world because Ryan Garcia is looking to get his punches off, but Luke Campbell's just nullifying him. Because what we don't know about Ryan Garcia is that he's got fast hands. We know he's got fast hands. Has he got educated feet when he comes up against... Because what you got to realise is you can have fast hands, but as we realised with Eubank's got very fast hands. But Eubank against top boxers normally gets schooled. Why is that? Because I feel like his feet, he's got slow feet. Now, I don't know, with Ryan Garcia, we haven't really seen that. We haven't really seen that because he hasn't really fought anybody with the kind of technical ability that Luke Campbell's going to have. So if he can blow away Luke Campbell, that, for me, he would show he's a legit guy. Because he would do something that Lomachenko and Linares couldn't do. I just don't see it, though. If I'm honest, I've got Luke Campbell to win this on points. However, I do worry for Luke Campbell because I don't know whether he's going to get the decision. I think he's going to have to completely beat Ryan Garcia comfortably. If this fight is close, I don't see him getting the decision, if I'm honest with you. I think Ryan Garcia is a future superstar and a potential cash cow. I just don't see Ryan Garcia losing that fight on points. It's in America. I think Ryan Garcia, it's on the DAZN. I just think that they're going to be pushing Ryan Garcia to become as big a star because they know he's got the potential of being a massive star. He's got a potential of being a Canelo because of his, he's already got a shed load of followers on social media. He's a huge star already. He's got a massive fan following. So Garcia here is seen as a massive potential superstar of the sport of boxing. Whereas Luke Campbell, he's lost twice. He's a lot older, right? He's an older fighter. So if he wins, it kind of derails Ryan Garcia, who's, like I said, seen as a future superstar. So I think if the fight is close, and it's horrible saying this, but, boxing at times can be quite political. And I think Garcia will get the decision. That's just my opinion. If the fight's close. If Luke Campbell goes in there and drops him a couple of times and completely schools him, then of course, if he wins a wide-sided has a dominant performance, even then you never know in this boxing game. But chances are that's the only way he's going to get the decision. But if Garcia's is legit, it's going to be very difficult for Luke Campbell to do that against a top fighter. But again, like I said, I just don't know how good Garcia is because we haven't seen him in there with anyone like Luke Campbell. Luke Campbell, I know, is legit. His amateur record proves that, and his professional record up until this point proves that. That Linares fight was a split decision. It could have gone either way. The Lomachenko fight was a great fight. Lomachenko, most people get schooled and beaten easily. Luke Campbell was a very tough... Lomachenko said himself he was his toughest fight, one of his toughest fights. So I think that shows how good Luke Campbell is. And I think Luke Campbell, if Ryan Garcia is not what they say he is, he's going to lose. Because Luke Campbell is legit. He's a legit guy. If Ryan Garcia, let alone beats Campbell in dominant fashion, if Ryan Garcia beats Campbell, for me, he's legit. Because I don't see him winning this fight on what I've seen so far. Because I think he's fighting somebody that is levels above who he's been in the ring with. So for me, Garcia has got it all to do. But again, for me, he's stepping up. He's stepping up. So credit to him because I think the fight that he's having against Luke Campbell is a lot harder than what his counterparts in Devin Haney and Gervonta Davis are having. I know Gervonta Davis is fighting at 130, but he's probably going to come up to 135 as well. I think they're a lot tougher. So, for me, I think it's going to be really interesting. Really, really interesting to see what happens. Now that Loma's lost, there's Lopez as well. There's a lot of great fights to be made. But what do you guys make of it? Who do you think wins, Garcia or Campbell? Personally, I have Campbell on points, but who do you guys think? Leave your thoughts. And guys, remember to please like, share, subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.